What's going on, TTC? Fellow Oregon Duck fans, fellow college football fans. We are 6 weeks away from college football. 41 days to be exact, if you're a true college football fan and going to watch that August 31st games. I know I'll be watching it because I'm definitely college football hungry. I can get not enough of watching all my videos on my phone, on my computer, on YouTube, and other YouTubers' videos of Oregon Duck football, and just watching all the highlights and getting ready for college football. It's going to be a great 6 weeks. Definitely going to have my Pac-12 review, my SEC review. Got to make all you SEC TTCers happy. Haven't really been seeing a lot of other TTCers out there, so I'm just going to make that. If you guys want me to make other ones, I will. But as of right now, just going to do those two. Don't really feel I need to make other ones. Maybe the Big 12, since they got some new people in there. I think West Virginia and TCU could make some noise, though. And we'll have to wait and see what's going on. Oregon has some question marks. If you were watching the ESPN Top 20 Countdown today, Oregon number 4 behind LSU, Alabama, and USC. So, got some expectations on our shoulders, and that's fine. Oregon has dealt with that the last 3 years. Chip Kelly has lost 6 games in 3 years, guys. Not a lot of coaches can say that. Maybe Peterson at Boise can. That's about it. So, maybe Nick Saban. I don't know. Les Miles. But 6 games in 3 years, that's an average of 2 games a year. That's a pretty good year if you're an Oregon Duck fan. We're not used to that kind of success, so we're going to soak it in as much as possible. This year coming in, we have 2 games circled on our schedule. That's USC November 3rd, and that's Stanford, I believe, November 7th. At USC, then home for Stanford. So really, 1 game this year, if you're a Duck fan. And that's at the Coliseum against USC and Matt Barkley. Going to be scary, because lose that game, Rose Bowl's your best shot, because you're probably not going to get back into the national title hunt at that point unless USC gets number 1 and you beat them at Autzen and you're number 3 and maybe you jump number 2. Or beat them in the Coliseum again. Or you just have to have the dominoes fall your way. In that case, you win that ball game and you're on the fast track to the national championship if you don't slip up anywhere else. The big other game then, if we beat USC, heck, if we lose to USC, another big game would be the Pac-12 championship against probably USC again. And if we win, it's going to be at Autzen. And if we lose, it's going to be back at the Coliseum. 2 big games that year. Just depending on what happens on that November 3rd game. Really, I don't expect the Ducks to slip up. But like Chip Kelly says, never look ahead in the schedule. Always win the day. And you don't focus on USC on November 3rd. You focus on Arkansas State September 1st. Oregon really doesn't have to go out of the state of get a real true road game till they face, I believe it's Arizona, because the Washington State game is going to be played in Seattle at CenturyLink Field. So Duck fans, that's only a 3-hour drive for you. Gonna have to make the trip. Duck fans always travel well, as you volunteer fans know, down at Neyland. Definitely got some dedicated fans down there. Speaking of Oregon and Tennessee, they'll face each other in what I believe will be the 2014 schedule year, first year of playoff football in the BCS. Still don't know how I feel about that. Gonna have to wait and see if you have to win your division to be considered for the number 4 for the 4 teams. Then I'll be happy with it. I'm not really gonna get into the selection committee or the way they're gonna select it, because either way, someone's gonna be unhappy. And if they go to 4, the number 5 team's going to be bitching about it. And if they go to 6, the number 7 team's going to be... If they go to 8, the number 9 team's going to be complaining. So you can't make everybody happy. It can't be like the NCAA basketball tournament where you have 64 teams and you play a whole month of basketball to decide your champion. This is football. And it's going to be 2 games and you're in the national championship. And that's it. You can't... I would be for 6, only because I think that gives Oregon a better chance to get into the top 6. Oregon's finished in the top 10, I believe, three years in a row. So really, it gives us a whole lot of a better chance. And of course, top 3 last year, top 3 this year. It's definitely interesting to see, or top 5 this year, I should say, maybe technically. So really, we're right there. Top 5 last year as well. So really, if you think about it, get us in that top 6, and we'll be in the playoffs. And I think eventually, in 6 years, it'll become a top 6, because everyone's going to be complaining that 4 is just a little bit too low, and 6 is a more even keel number, and it's nice, and gets more college football on the slate. It gets 2 extra games. Or an extra game, I should say. So, I don't know how I feel about it yet. Gonna have to wait and see. But Oregon, Tennessee fans, are you going to come out for that game? Gonna be nice to see if Bill Ferval's, BBD, and Rondo could make it out, and maybe we could do a tailgate. I know a couple people down there who would be happy to have you guys. Happy to have me any day of the week, too. So we'll just have to wait and see if you guys want to come down and just PM me, or set something up with you 3, and then have one of you message me, and I'm down to set something up with a hotel room down in Eugene. I'm sure you can get flights to Eugene from somewhere in Tennessee. It's a smaller airport, but it's the 3rd largest city in Oregon, so you shouldn't have any trouble. And then I can just meet you guys down there. We can get a hotel room at one of the nice hotels down there, and maybe want to stay a few days and show you the sights and sounds of Eugene. Get you some of the best ice cream in Oregon down in Eugene, definitely. Some of the best barbecue as well. Eugene's got a lot of places to go if you like food, and I definitely like food, even though you can see I'm a slender guy, but I definitely like my food, and it'll be fun, especially if you guys are as fun as in person as you are on camera. And we can sit together, and I can show you how passionate I am about my Oregon Ducks, if you can't tell already, and how crazy Autzen is. And Bill Ferval's, this is a little shout out to you, call out to you maybe. You dissed Autzen Stadium. Said you wanted to use it as a toilet bowl, in fact. And that's your opinion. Okay. 48-13. But if you still don't respect Autzen Stadium, you really should come out, and we'll show you how crazy we are and how passionate we are about our football, and maybe you can get a little insight to what kind of fans Oregon has. And I know we haven't been good for a long time, but we're good now, and I think we're going to be good for a while. So we'll have to show you what we got. Anyway, just wanted to wrap up this video with my condolences going out to the people affected by the Colorado shooting. Of course, if you lived under a rock or have not been around the news for the past 2 days, there was a shooting in Aurora, Colorado at the Century 16 movie theater. 10 people, I believe, have been killed, with 8 people still in critical condition. No, it's 12 people have been killed, 58 people injured, so 70 people overall wounded or killed. Still 8 people in critical condition, so up to 20 people could lose their lives to this. Those people are still fighting, battling, so definitely give your prayers and your condolences to those people. I know I have been for the past 2 days. Just, it really hit home for some reason. I don't know why. I don't have family there. I have some people I know who live there through family friends, and I definitely messaged them and made sure they were okay, and they are. But scary stuff at any moment in your life. Even standing here now, something could happen. I mean, who would have thunk going to a movie theater to see a premiere, you wouldn't be coming home. Scary stuff. Scary stuff to contemplate, and I honestly don't like thinking about it, but I had to give my condolences out to those guys, and if you haven't already, definitely do so. They need it now more than ever. Also wanted to touch on the Penn State stuff. They've decided to tear down the statue. I don't know if they have yet or not. Haven't heard any. I'm sure I would have gotten something on my phone that it was coming down. I don't know if it has or not yet, but I agree with the decision. Honestly, after the free report came out, could you honestly look at that statue the same way as you did before? I couldn't. Every time. And honestly, I think the death penalty would be good for Penn State. Give them a chance to clean up their program. Get rid of anybody else they think was involved. And maybe change the logo and change the uniforms. Get a new look to Penn State, a new era in there. you can touch on that if you want. But again, Vols fans, hit me up, get at me, talk about it. I definitely want you all to come out here and see how great of a team and stadium and fan base we have here in Oregon. Hit me up, get back at me, and you all have a nice day. Go Ducks.